is the 3pm Takeover, Radio Northern Beach's only drive-home show.
Keep it right here for a whole hour of fresh hits and entertainment for your Wednesday afternoon.
Here we go.
This is Lost Without You by Delta Goodrem on our Heartbreak special.
Welcome to our Heartbreak special. But to be serious, welcome back. I hope you guys enjoyed our sizzling summer sessions through January. We are back into the regular swing of things with a Heartbreak special, which seems like a really depressing way to restart our regular shows, but it's perfect for February because last February we had a love special.
Heartbreak doesn't have to be depressing. Sort of. It's all about how you deal with it.
I think there's a stage of like mourning and getting over heartbreak that is really sad. You're mourning a relationship.
I always think of mourning in relation to death, but I guess it's a death of your love.
It's a kind of death.
I suppose.
That's a bit too dramatic to start the show on.
The death of your emotion.
Side note, everyone, hands up if Delta Goodrem just took you back to your youth.
I love Delta.
And Lost Without You is like perfect start to our Heartbreak special.
What's weird with Delta is all her songs are really dramatic and emotional, and I tend to not like songs like that, but any Delta song I love.
Yes.
She's the only person that can sing really emotional things and just I'm okay with it.
What about Adele? That lady makes me like mourn relationships I've never had.
But she's not always depressing, whereas Delta is always depressing.
Delta's not always depressing.
Until recently. She's had some more.
In her original, she's got a few that are like, I'm young, but I'm going to rule the world anyway, and like, woo, you're my butterfly, those kind of songs.
Yeah, I suppose.
I guess they still have a twinge of dramatic to them, but they're not.
Everything's a bit dramatic.
Yeah.
It's more sort of.
It was the era where you had to be, the early 2000s, you kind of had to be dramatic to like get traction, I think.
That's true. But anyway, pretty much all of today's music is dramatic because it's about heartbreak.
Perfect. But this is just a cathartic session for you guys. Just sing along, cry if you need to, no shame.
We've picked some really, really good heartbreak songs. Some of them are like, whoa, feelings. But
some of them are like,
they're pretty good.
Go power through kind of things as well.
Pretty much. But you're going to get a whole mix. We've got a whole pile of things coming up, including Kelly Clarkson. So stick around until the end of the show if you want to hear Kelly Clarkson. And coming up today, we are going to talk about our favourite movies that are heartbreak themed. And we're also going to do a quiz, everyone's favourite.
Are you guys thinking, what quiz could you possibly find about heartbreak? Well, you'll have to stick around.
Don't worry. There are definitely quizzes about heartbreak. It's like when you were a tween, did you do those quizzes in magazines that were like, am I a heartbreaker? Or sort of, how am I going to deal with whatever?
I think you could have ended that sentence with, did you do quizzes in magazines? And my answer would have been yes.
Same.
If you guys are going through heartbreak, let's just get serious for a moment. We hope you're okay and we hope this helps.
Yes.
And if you have been through heartbreak, I hope you're just like, yes, 100% with you. And if you haven't been through heartbreak yet, look, it's not fun, but it's a part of life, I think. So
I'm going to put it out there. I don't think I've really been through heartbreak. I'm more of the heartbreaker.
Oh, sorry.
I feel like
heartbreak
looking
kid.
back over the last kind of decade, I think I've been the heartbreaker.
Oh,
if I look
dramatic.
Back. I was always that person when you feel like they're going to break up with you, I'd quickly get in there first. So I'd always say that it was me. So I'd always be the dumper.
So sly.
Yeah, I was the dumper.
Oh,
always.
Wow. You are playing the game.
Well, I didn't want to be like the heartbreaker one. I'd be semi-depressed, but I'd be like, at least I was the one that called it off. I like to feel like I was in control.
Oh my goodness.
I love that
it was
feelings.
so strategic. Oh, no, you weren't. Protecting your reputation.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, we are going to start with a bit of music. Here is a really, really cool song. Everyone knows it. Everyone loves it. By Adele. Stick around. You're listening to The Takeover. Welcome back to the 3pm Takeover Heartbreak special. That was Adele, Someone Like You. Really, really good song. But I don't recommend listening to it if you're going through heartbreak.
It makes you, like, I'm not going through heartbreak and I was like,
it makes you feel like you are.
All her music does that. Her music makes me feel like I've just broken up with someone and I'm feeling everything, even though like I'm definitely not. But
that's really
funny.
But
like I think that's the sign of a good artist. They can make you feel things when you're in like not even remotely close to that mood.
Yeah.
Like when you hear certain songs and you can't not be happy when you listen to them. And you're like, that's actual magic. It's great. That's what music's for.
Like regardless of your mood, it can perk you up.
Which is what they do in movies, I suppose. Like
they'll
they'll have certain music in certain scenes to make you feel a certain way in that scene, and you don't realize how like emotive and effective it is.
Which reminds me, talking of movies, we said earlier in the show, if you're listening, that we were going to talk a little bit about movies that are based around heartbreak. So there are a lot of films, obviously, where there's heartbreak in it, but it's resolved at the end. But I've come with a list of my 5 favorite movies where, like, you just stay heartbroken.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah, because I want to discuss it.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, the first one, like, ultimate heartbreak is Titanic.
Oh.
Because he dies, so they never get together.
Never let go, Jack. Yeah, that's true.
So much heartbreak. So dramatic.
It is. My goodness.
So that is a favourite heartbreak movie of mine. The other one is Brokeback Mountain.
I've never seen it.
Oh, that's so painful. Because it's one of those, like...
I feel like I haven't seen it because everyone's like, it looks kind of lovely and sweet, but it's actually really, really sad. And I think I've just avoided seeing it because it seems very sad.
Because it's one of those, like,
they can never be
forbidden
together.
love type thing. They can never be together, and then...
forbidden love is such like a
they
topic.
just never are together.
Oh,
well, because it was like the middle of America in the old days, and they were 2 men, and
I know why. It's still
just
sad.
It never happens to them. It's just sad. The other one, which got me thinking, because I actually saw a production of this the other week, but on stage, not the film, Romeo and Juliet.
Oh,
So I was thinking of the movie with Leonardo DiCaprio.
that scene. Okay, it's not like I'm spoiling anything. It's like the classic scene where like he thinks she's dead, so he dies, and then she wakes up just before he dies. I'm like, it's so frustrating. I'm like, you both have the worst timing.
Miscommunication.
It's like so sad but so frustrating. I'm like, why can't anyone deliver a straight message here?
Did you both have to die? Yeah, that's always dramatic because they die together.
Oh, I know.
Okay, my next heartbreak movie that I really, really like. Well, I don't like it. Well, I love it, but it's sad 'cause it's heartbreak. Film is Atonement.
Ugh.
And it's worse than Atonement because you think that the ending was happy and then you realise it was fake.
That movie
So it's like a double crush.
is probably the most depressing, like in a good way. Like it's so well
It's
done.
an amazing movie.
It's an amazing movie, but it's probably I feel like actually can't watch it again.
I
It's
sort of died part of me died watching that film.
And it's so, like you finish and you're just like, what's the point of life? Like you just get so like down.
But
in
what's so
like
good,
an
it's
incredible
such a
way.
powerful movie.
So powerful.
I've read the book as well.
Oh really?
The book is very good.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
I know it was just based off a book.
Yeah. The book was only written like a couple of years before the film though.
Oh, okay.
So it's
it
not
wasn't
like a 1940s book. Or something. It's like a 2002 book or something.
Cool. Oh.
Yeah. And then my last one, this one I find so dramatic, so much heartbreak, is Ghost.
Oh my gosh.
Does it have so much heartbreak in it though?
I guess. I feel
Did you finally see his ghost and you're like, no.
I feel like I might get a lot of hate for this, but I've never been a huge Patrick Swayze fan. He just has never done it for me.
I don't love him.
I can't become emotionally invested in him.
Yeah, I don't love him. I like the movies he's in, but as an actor, I don't particularly think strongly of him.
Yeah.
But still, it's any movie where like your loved one comes back but can't quite come back to you is like the worst thing.
Yeah, true.
They're my top favourite heartbreak movies. And sometimes I like to watch heartbreak things.
Or sometimes you need to. I think it's really cathartic sometimes to sit through a movie and be sad or be scared or whatever. Sometimes you just need to almost force that emotion.
You need to shake up of your feelings.
Yeah, exactly. And music can do that as well, I think. I think sometimes singing along to a very over-the-top dramatic heartbreak song is actually really helpful.
It is, and this is my top one. It
gets that emotion out. Yes, this is a really good one, guys. If you're not crying yet, you will be crying after this.
But this is the kind of song that you can sing along to in like a powerful way, but it is still really depressing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, this is Unbreak My Heart by Toni Braxton. Enjoy. We'll see you on the side of this song with tissues to wipe away your tears. Welcome back to the 3pm Takeover. It is our heartbreak special, and that song was literally perfect because it's Unbreak My Heart. Oh, Tony, I feel you. That was emotional.
I always get slightly miffed by the fact that unbreak is not a word though.
Oh gosh. Trust you to be like, it's not grammatically correct. So
It's not.
But unbreak isn't too not real.
No, that's all right.
It's close enough, but there's some words where you're like, that's just not, no.
Or there's
no.
worse when it's a song and you can tell they had to squish too many syllables into the line.
Yes. Oh no, that's the worst. And you're like, did you think we wouldn't notice? Like we can hear it.
Disguise it.
So frustrating. But anyway, we just got very sidetracked. So if you guys hadn't noticed by the dramatic music or the fact that we've said it like 15 times, it is our heartbreak special because it is the first week of February. It's the first day of February as well, actually.
Yeah.
First.
Slap on the beginning of the month.
Oh, yes.
We are going to talk a little bit about our tips for getting over heartbreak, because as much as we're going on about the drama behind heartbreak, we did promise that this show would be helpful.
And you don't
if you're heartbroken.
To be heartbroken is 100% natural and it's okay, but you do need to move on with your life at some point. You can't be perpetually heartbroken, or like you will just won't. That's not a way to live. That's surviving. That's not living.
Yeah, you have to find some way to pass over it. But I have 5 tips for getting over heartbreak.
I love 5 tips. Do it.
Do you have some tips?
Heal my heart. I've got some. They're not like steps in a sense. They're just sort of more things that will help. They're literally tips. They're not steps. So.
True. Mine aren't really a thing.
I think you can go first and I will add to it because I have a feeling that a few of ours are going to cross over.
Potentially. Okay, my first one.
We're both such wise people.
My first one is write down a list of all the reasons you're better off without each other.
Oh, that's a good idea. Pro and cons, but just focus on the cons.
Yeah, because I was one of those people that was always like, if you can't decide, write a pros and cons list. But for this one, write down all the reasons that you shouldn't be together.
Yeah, and on the back of that, if you did break up with someone, there's probably a very good reason you broke up with them.
Oh, yeah. And the more, if you think about it and you write a list, you think of making the list longer, there are actually lots of unseen reasons.
And like it does get easier. And like, yeah, being aware of the reasons why you shouldn't be together sometimes helps.
Helps bring a bit of closure, I think.
Yeah.
My next one is take up a new hobby, but not just any hobby. Take up a new hobby that's going to be challenging. Because that requires you to think about it, so you're not thinking about anything else. If you love yoga and you're great at it, don't just do more yoga, because you can do your yoga and think about it.
Yeah.
Take up, ballroom dancing or something that you haven't done before.
Uses your headspace.
Yeah, something that you need to think about.
Yeah, I think heartbreak can be a lot like homesickness in a way.
Yeah.
In the sense that one of the things you can do to combat homesickness is keep busy. And I actually think the emotions are very similar as well, because you're missing something, or like your home
something that was
people.
familiar to you that you don't have anymore.
And so keeping busy is actually a really good one. And that doesn't mean you're ignoring the issue. It means you're giving yourself time off from continually thinking about it, if that's what's happening. Because there's nothing wrong with being homesick when you're overseas, but you do need to sort of live in the present and
not think about it.
And not only be like, oh, I can't wait till I get home. Like, you should be enjoying where you are.
Because then you miss the opportunities while you are there.
And same with being with someone. You shouldn't be like, oh, I wish I was still with them. You should focus on, and a new skill's a really good one, because then you're sort of being productive, and at the end of it, you'll feel better emotionally and you'll have this new skill under your belt, which is awesome.
It's true. And the extra thing that I'll add on my next tip. So one of my tips that comes after that is change something about yourself so that you feel new. And that also comes into when you have a new hobby, you've mastered something that, perhaps you couldn't speak Spanish when you were with this person. Now it's something you can do. It's something that's part of your life that they were never part of. So that helps you to kind of move on. Spanish is your thing, not what you were like when you were with somebody.
And like pick a hobby that's something you've always wanted to do. Something that's not even like, if your partner was a really good dancer, maybe dancing isn't a good one because that will remind them of you. Yeah. If they have no correlation to Spanish, learn Spanish. Yeah. That's awesome.
Something's different. My next one is spend some time with your family out of the house. Often being around family, they'll be talking about issues they have. And I find getting involved and chatting about other people's issues helps you kind of deal with your own.
Definitely.
That's my thing. And my last one is find something academic to distract you. I always find that's the best thing.
What do you mean by academic? Like reading a textbook?
Not so much a textbook, but find a new hobby that sort of involves your mind again, because then you can't think about other things. Like take up crosswords, take up the mental math section of the newspaper, different things like that. Something that uses your mind.
And it's especially good if you're not in school anymore, because I feel like or university, your brain was working so hard during that time because it was learning and evolving and working all the time. But once you're out, like, you rarely actually work on math equations. You rarely, unless you choose to do the crossword, you're not going to be doing a lot of like intricate word challenges like you were when you were learning, I don't know, new grammatical things in school.
So they'll be my tips.
Those are good tips. One of my key tips, I think, is almost more like a reminder. It's that it's okay to have bad days. You're not gonna just keep getting exponentially better. Like, it's a roller coaster. Some days you have really good days. Like, some days you suddenly dip back down and you feel terrible for 2 days, and then you bounce back up. Like,
you have 2 steps forward, 1 step back.
Yeah, you have to allow yourself to feel heartbroken. Like, that's okay. give yourself time to grieve the relationship. That's like very natural. And
Yeah, you can't
and
just
if you
sweep it under the
don't-
rug.
And if you
That's not
don't,
a
it's
coping-
going to bottle up and come out in other ways, and that's not good. You don't want that.
Yeah, because I feel like it's, they say you have stages of getting over things. I feel like if
Stages
you
of
kind
grief.
if you treat it right from the beginning, you can make the angry stage shorter.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas if you bottle it
okay.
up, I feel like the angry stage kind of lasts longer. That phase
Yeah.
is shortened if you kind of look after yourself from the beginning.
And that's probably good because I don't think you should, unless they actually did something really horrible, I don't think you should hate them.
Yeah.
Because you loved them at one point. Like, can you really suddenly hate someone unless they do something really,
I think it's a
really
defense
atrocious?
thing. You try to convince yourself that you now hate them.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Oh, goodness.
Like, he was the worst. It was always doomed.
Dun, dun, dun. Sometimes it's good to sit down and like watch something like Legally Blonde, where she's heartbroken at the start, and by the end, she just like is just killing it left, right, and center because she works for herself rather than trying to get
I have
someone
a
back.
story about that actually.
Okay.
And my mum is in the studio today. She's not on air, but she's in the studio. And I have blonde hair. It's quite blonde. And someone teased me at school once about being blonde. And I was really upset. And I came home really upset. And I was like, Mum, everyone else has brown hair. Why can't I just have brown hair? And Mum made me some afternoon tea. And then we watched Legally Blonde. And I felt so much better.
That is the sweetest thing
And Mum was
ever.
like, see, power for the blonde hair. And I was like, yay.
I think it's really important to have, like, just not even to do with Heartbreak, a movie where you really identify with the main character. Because that, for me, that was always miscongeniality. When I started university and days when I really struggled being at uni and feeling like an absolute outsider, I would come home, watch Miscongeniality and be like, yeah, I can do this.
I think for me, that's why I always had a really strong association with Hilary Duff movies when I was a child because hardly
yeah.
any movies have a blonde main character.
See, I always thought they did.
It's usually the mean blonde friend or like the mean blonde enemy. And she was the only actress that sort of starred in a lot of teen movies, but it wasn't about the fact that she was blonde. She just happened to be blonde.
What about the
Which was
Olsens?
quite cool.
They weren't very, very blonde.
I don't really think of
suppose.
them as being blonde though.
Yeah, true.
I don't know. And I'm too focused on the fact they're twins because twins are amazing. and I just really want a twin.
And all their plots were very twin-based. You're like, I can't be like that because there's just one of me.
Oh my gosh, if I have twins, I'm going to do everything that they do in those movies.
Twins would be so much. I always wanted a twin because of the Olsens. They made you want to have a twin.
True. But as I get older, I feel like a boy twin would be better than a girl twin.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you have someone on the other side to like, translate all the boy stuff when you're younger. And there's no competition with a boy twin.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
I know someone that's got a boy twin and she said it was the best.
Ah, that's cool.
So jealous. But anyway, again, getting sidetracked. We are going to go into 2 songs now. And when we come back after this, I'm going to be quizzing Victoria. It's Heartbreak related. You're not going to want to miss it. So stick around. Welcome back. That was Passenger, Let Her Go.
All the feelings.
Yeah, all the feelings. And before that was 3 Doors Down, Here Without You. That song was huge when I was a tween.
So that's like a classic, my heart is broken kind of song.
It's the best song.
Great. It's great.
It's such a good song. But anyway, we hope you've been enjoying the Heartbreak special. We are having, I don't know, is it wrong to say a good time?
I'm having a good
about
time.
Heartbreak? I feel like I should be using my perky, happy voice. I should be using like my
Solemn.
mellow,
Yes.
solemn and quiet
Serious voice.
My I respect your feelings voice. When
Nah,
you're
I
like-
don't respect their feelings.
When you're like bordering on sympathetic but not quite because you
Yeah.
don't want to be condescending. That sort of voice. I'm trying
it's
to
so
get the middle
specific, but I
there.
know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm there with you.
Well, you
I'm
have to be
there with you.
appropriate, but you don't want to be like.
But
yeah,
it's
too far.
radio. It's still got to have fun.
Yeah, that's true. I'm having fun.
This isn't like love song dedications where you have to be like soulful and serious.
And you know, there's a new version of that show now.
What?
With Osher Gunsberg.
Oh,
He's
really?
hosting a show
I thought
called...
it was Ginsberg.
No, I don't know what it is, Gunsberg. But anyway, he's hosting a show called Osher's Love Line, which is basically like a
gosh.
takeoff of the Richard Mercer show.
Oh gosh, he does like 2 seasons of The Bachelor and they think he's the love expert.
I secretly wish that I could have taken on the helm of love song dedications after Richard
You would have
Mercer.
been really good at it.
Thanks. But anyway,
You would have been amazing at it.
we are going to do a quiz. I'm going to quiz Victoria. And
I'm not nervous because I feel like this isn't about like knowledge. Like it's not like it's a history quiz or how much do you know about this.
it's not something where we could get really embarrassed by how little we know. Okay, so the quiz is about whether you are a heartbreaker or a heartthrob.
Oh, aren't they kind of the same things? I always thought like the heartthrobs would be the heartbreakers.
Yeah, maybe. Doesn't a heartthrob just mean that you're like really popular?
I guess it doesn't mean
Doesn't mean
the
you're
same
going to
thing.
break up with them though.
Yeah.
We'll
Well, I guess
find
we'll
out.
have to find out.
Okay. Question 1. When you have a crush, how do you behave towards them? Flirtatiously, you ignore them and act uninterested. You're the same as usual. You don't want to tip them off. Or you make an effort to spend more time with them.
I make an effort to spend more time with them.
Oh, that's good.
Like, it'll be really subtle because I'm not very good at flirting.
Question 2.
But I'm not going to ignore them.
Do you chase people or do you let them chase you? A, I always do the chasing. B, I love to be chased. C, I don't play games. Or D, it depends how much I like them.
I think I don't play games.
You tell them straight up. Would you?
No, I wouldn't tell them straight up.
Question 3. Would you ever use someone for his or her social status?
Oh.
A, yes, if they could help me, I would. B, no, I prefer a genuine relationship. C, if I was desperate. Or D, I don't even think social status matters.
I can't think of a situation where I would be desperate and in need of it. Like, it's not like it's life or death. So I'm going to say that no, I would prefer a genuine relationship.
Good choice.
Thanks.
Question 4. How important are looks to you? A,
They're all that matter.
no. A, not very important. It's what's on the inside that counts. B, somewhat important, but I wouldn't let that make or break my relationship. C, very important. Or D, looks don't matter at all.
I think somewhat important, but I wouldn't let it be like the defining factor.
True.
But you have to be like attracted to someone to begin with.
Yeah, I draw a line at some things. Honestly.
Warts.
What?
Crooked teeth. I've just described every bad cartoon witch. So.
Extra body parts.
Well, that's not very fair.
Well, if you've got 6 fingers, it's harder to hold hands.
What if you fall in love with someone and then you find out afterwards that they have like an extra toe, but you fell in love with them over winter, so they never took their shoes off?
Oh my God.
Would you suddenly not love them?
No, I'd slyly suggest that like maybe they should have surgery.
What if they can't have surgery? They'll like fall over if they lose the extra toe because they're used to standing with it.
Oh my God, I'd just make sure they always had socks on. In summer, they'd have to wear shoes.
Don't live in a hot country. Your poor partner.
Oh my God, no, I couldn't date.
Poor six-toed partner.
I couldn't date someone with 6 toes. I'm so sorry if you're listening and you have 6 toes.
You've just segregated and lost half our audience hope.
I'm sorry if you're.
Oh goodness.
I was going to say tri-toed, but that's 3. Hexagonal toed. I don't know.
What's not a hexagonal? Just hexatoad.
Hexatoad. If you're hexatoad, I feel for you.
I feel as though we've diverted from the quiz slightly.
Okay. Question 5. Do you have a lot of close friends? A, I have mostly acquaintances. I try not to get too close to people. B, yes, I love spending time with my friends. C, I have a few close friends. Or D, I like to spend time alone.
I like spending time with my friends, so B.
Okay, that's a good answer.
Yeah. Thanks.
You have friends, it's true.
I have lots
I'm
of
testament to that.
Aww.
Question 6. Have you ever been involved in a love triangle? A, oh yes. B, yeah, but it didn't end very well.
Aww.
C, no, again, I don't play games. Or D, I've been involved with more than one person at a time, but I wouldn't call it a triangle.
That's a hexagon. I'm going to say no, but not for their reason. Again,
Is it a game if you're in a triangle?
I guess it depends which position you're playing.
That's true.
Are you the person that 2 people want, or are you one of the 2 playing for one person?
Or you're the person that no one wants, but you want both of them. The most depressing position of all.
Isn't that like a line where you want someone but they want someone else? That's more of a line than a triangle.
Yeah, that's true. Unless you had that situation with 2 people that you liked and they liked each other.
Oh, that's so sad.
Okay, question 7. Would you consider yourself a girl next door type? A, no, I don't give off that vibe. B, sometimes it depends on my mood. C, yes, I'm the ultimate sweetheart. Or D, I've dated the boy next door type. Does that count?
I'm going to say yes, I am, because I had more than one person at school call me goody two shoes. I'm literally that person. Yeah.
I suppose so.
Yeah.
Be like that.
Even you've called me naive before.
When you were younger.
Oh, yeah, I'm much better now. But yeah, I think I'm...
Not now.
I used to definitely give off that girl next door vibe, which isn't a bad thing.
No, I think a lot of people do when they're 15, 16.
That's true.
It's pretty common. Question 8. What's the most important to you out of the following? A, money. B, status. C, love. Or D, family.
Oh, I think I was going to say love, but because I expected that to be in the list, but I think family.
Money. Family?
No, status. No.
Okay, family.
Yeah, family.
That's really nice.
Well, I'm a sweet girl next door, so yeah.
Question 9. Which most accurately describes your personality type out of the following? A, thinker. I consider the logical options. B, nurturer. I care about all others. C, inspirer. I'm creative and enthusiastic. Or D, protector. I stick with things and I'm very intuitive.
I don't know. That's hard, and I feel kind of weird answering about myself. What do you think? You've known me like almost 7 years now. I feel like you should be able to.
I think you're the nurturer.
Oh, okay.
You care about other people.
Okay,
I'm going to go with that one.
that sounds nice.
Because the inspirer one says you're enthusiastic about everything. I don't think you're enthusiastic about everything.
Not everything.
Yeah, that's going a bit far.
I don't care for summer.
I don't care for people that are enthusiastic about everything. It's too much. Too much.
Sounds like a lot of hard work caring about everything, doesn't it?
It's like the person in the office in the morning that's always like, good morning. And you're like,
Too early, it's Monday. Yeah.
That can't be said till 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Okay, question 10. In an ideal world, you will A, have one love that never changes. B, have many loves. C, never end up with a broken heart. Or D, break many hearts along your way.
That's the dream. I think in an ideal world, I would not want to ever be heartbroken.
That's a good one.
I also wouldn't want the person I am or was with to be heartbroken either, but I'm going to be selfish and say I don't want to be heartbroken.
Do you wish heartbreak on everyone but you?
Yes. No.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yes. Oh, is it the end of the quiz we're going to find out?
It is. Okay. So it says that you managed to walk the line beautifully. We can't decide.
I'm like, what, isn't that a movie about Johnny Cash? Walk the
It
Line?
is. That is a movie with Johnny Cash. You can't decide if you're a heartthrob or a heartbreaker. Maybe you're a bit of both.
Oh,
There we go.
there we are.
It says you managed to toe the line in between both.
I kind of didn't want to be either, so that works out well, I think. I think it's good. Sometimes it's good to just sit in the middle. Sometimes it's good to be neutral. The Switzerland of hearts.
I was going to say the fly on the wall, but that's not about being in the middle. That's about listening into other people's conversations.
That too can also be very good.
There's something about being something in the middle.
Piggy?
Piggy in the middle. No, that's
But that sucks because
children's
that's when
game.
you're trying to catch the ball and you can't because you're in the middle. I
Yeah,
don't know.
that's true.
It's
I couldn't remember.
It's like being
carefully
balanced.
about that was again.
Being balanced.
Being balanced. Okay. We'll just go with that. Okay. We are going to play a little bit of Kelly Clarkson now.
I
This
love
is a
this
request
song.
from Victoria.
I love this song. This is like the ultimate sort of heartbreak song, like, but I'm not going to be broken by the heartbreak.
Which is sort of the theme of like all of Kelly Clarkson's songs.
Yes, and I love it. This is a great song for the heartbreak special. My personal opinion. Welcome back to the 3pm Takeover's heartbreak special. I love that song. I will always love that song. Kelly, you speak to my soul. She's so great.
I'm not overly convinced by that song.
Really?
I like
love
it, but I'm not like, it never gets me in that power ballad mood.
Oh, I think it's really empowering.
Doesn't quite hit the mark with me.
Oh, well, okay.
I'm harder to
love
impress.
I still love you, Kelly. Don't listen to Hope. She's wrong. Now, I think it's accurate, given it's the heartbreak special. I think none of us are truly over the ending of Suburb Focus.
Yeah, that's a different kind of heartbreak altogether.
I know. That's like a community-wide heartbreak. It's a tragedy is what it is.
Tragedy.
And while we can never truly replace it, we've come up with a new little segment that can kind of...
Close the show.
Yeah, but it's not really, it's less about history and facts and it's more about a little oomph for the rest of your week. So we're going to do a quote of the week, and this week it's my turn to pick the quote, and I love quotes. If you know anything about me, you should know that I like peanut M&Ms, I like Captain America, and I love collecting quotes. That is like 3 facts about me you can take to the bank for sure.
All right. I thought it was going to be like one of those 2 truths and a lie thing.
No, they're all truths.
They're all true. Okay. They're all true.
And my quote for this week is, it's running on our heartbreak theme, of course. Mm-hmm. And the quote is from Michael McMillan, and it is, "You can't start a new chapter of your life if you keep rereading the last one."
Oh.
Yeah, and I think it fits quite well with anything with your life, but especially with heartbreak. Like it happened and that's good or it's bad, but you gotta keep going.
It's like they always say that you shouldn't regret any part of your life because where you are now would be different if you hadn't done things the way you had.
Yeah, and especially with people.
Does that make sense?
People that you're with,
Yeah.
like you sort of you change and you adopt new opinions and mannerisms when you're with someone. So I think, however you come out the other side of a relationship, if you just wish that never happened, you'd be a very different person, I think.
Yeah, like you always take something positive out of it, even if you've grown or learned a few new things that you didn't before.
Yeah, definitely.
You can't ever come out of it completely negatively.
Unscathed.
Unscathed, unaltered.
Yeah. So that's my quote. If you guys have any favorite quotes, we'd love to hear them, and we will definitely pick some for the quote of the week. And next week it's Hope's turn. So I think I've set the benchmark pretty high, but this was very themed. Yeah. You don't have to think about it right now. You look like you're trying to come up with one now.
No, I was going to say something about the type of quote that I'm going to pick, but I'm not even there yet.
Yeah.
Next week is a whole 7 days away.
It's very true. Very true.
And by that point, we'll only be a week away from Valentine's Day.
Ooh. So once you're over your heartbreak, you can be looking at your new loves.
It's true.
I'm not a huge fan of Valentine's Day, but maybe as we discovered last year on our love special, I'm a bit of like a cynic when it comes to like...
To all things love.
But I love rom-coms. Like I totally buy into romance, but I'm kind of cynical in reality.
Yeah.
It's very depressing. But if you guys are just tuning in now, hello. How dare you? You've missed the entire show, but we repeat it on Fridays. Don't you worry. You can catch this entire emotional roller coaster again on Friday if you'd like.
Although if you have just tuned in, it's probably because you're going to listen to Jeff Williams, which you should do, which is wonderful. So
Good
stick
choice.
around. Jeff's going to be here for the next hour. But that doesn't mean that you still should not be listening to us.
It's true. And if you're not free on Friday, that's 100% okay because we are on Mixcloud as well. The entire show will be up there, music included, because we can't have you guys missing out on our awesome playlists, especially ones that break your heart.
Especially when it's a special week.
Exactly. So thank you very much for joining us this week. And let us know if you guys do the same quiz. Are you a heartbreaker or a heartthrob? Or are you like me where you sit in the middle and walk that line? I'd love to know.
If you're heartbroken, let us know.
Yeah.
We'll
send you some cyber tissues.
Send you some kind words.
Yes, that as well.
That too. As well as some cyber tissues.
And maybe you should do the quiz during the week and we'll work out whether you're a heartbreaker or a heartthrob. Although it sounds like you might be a heartbreaker given some of the stories you've told today.
Maybe. Yeah. Ooh. That was the past me. What did your quote say about not rereading old chapters? Gosh.
You can't start a new one unless you stop rereading.
I'm in my new chapter now. Don't keep bringing up the old chapters, Victoria.
I'm so sorry.
But anyway, we are all done. Make sure you tune in to 3 Takeover on Friday. And otherwise, we will see you back here next week. Bye.